Hello everyone, Gaara here and welcome to a brand new deck tech video. Today I'm going to talk about the second deck that I've been using in DreamHack Bucharest, and it is going to be my Rogue deck. I got this deck list from Hyped, and he also used the same deck in his lineup in DreamHack Bucharest. And yeah, as you know, I got second place, and I'm going over the deck list here. It has it's like a Miracle Rogue deck, and it has the standard like double backstab. It's very strong card, 2 damage for a 0 mana. When you compare it to a Frostbolt, for example, where you get 3 damage for 2 mana, it's like insane cost value card, and insane synergy with the auctioneer. Nothing crazy there. The preparations as well, like the main goal of this deck is to have as few dead cards as possible, and this deck has to be strong against specific decks, and those decks are Druid, Zoo, yeah, it's also supposed to beat Warrior, and yeah, Mage and Shaman as well. So, and of course Priest, but Priest is like, you should always beat Priest with Miracle Rogue. The preparations, just because of the Auctioneer, you can't play Auctioneer without preparations. Only one Cold Blood, no Sinister Strikes, it doesn't have any Maligos, which is way too slow in my opinion, and also in Hype's opinion. And it has one Cold Blood because you just need damage. You don't have enough damage in this deck. You don't have the Shadow Steps, Leroy combos, or Arcane Golems, or any other charge minions. So you need a little bit more damage. You fight for bot control. You will establish bot control and fight with minions to beat your opponent. So you play one Cold Blood. It's very nice synergy if you get the Violet Teacher out and you get someone once, and yeah, you play Conceal and you buff a minion and attack twice if possible with the Cold Blood. So it's a very good card. Double Conceal just to be a little bit strong against Warrior. Usually you play one big weapon to be strong against slow control decks, but since Harrison got really popular because of the Double Doomhammer Shaman decks, you have to you're forced to play something else besides the weapon, and Conceal is a really good solution. So if you can conceal an Auctioneer twice, it's really great. And most of the time people counter your turn 6 Auctioneer conceal with a lower tap, so you can just conceal and then wait one turn and then do the miracle. One Blade Fury, because you don't play the big weapon, one Blade Fury is usually enough with the 2 poisons. If you play 2 Blade Fury with 2 poisons, most of the time the second Blade Fury, or the first Blade Fury is a dead card. The Eviscerates as a removal card, for also in combination with the preparation for the miracle. Also direct damage most of the time, very important. Double Zap, very core in my opinion. I really like this card. It's very broken if you get the Temple, and Rock is also like a Temple class. The Shift for card draw, Thanos, because Miracle Rock has the best synergy out of all classes. Maybe Shaman is like equal, but Thanos and Miracle Rook is just insanely strong. Double Fan of Knives just because of Hunter and Zoo, and a lot of 1/1s people play, or 1/2 Lepanoms especially. Just one Farseer, like well, my strategy was to ban Hunter most of the time. So when you ban Hunter most of the time, you don't really need 2 Farseers for healing. So 1 Farseer is enough, and one cleave. It's very difficult to make the one cleave big in this deck, since you don't play like Sinister Strikes and a lot of cheap stuff. But even if you just get like a coin one cleave out, which is a 4/4 in turn 2, it's like still good enough. The SI is just crazy synergy with the backstabs to clear smaller stuff. The Violet Teacher is like the most important card in this deck. Like, you fight for bot control, like again, especially against aggro decks. Once you get the Violet Teacher out, like a lot of times you use preparation with Fan of Knives or something to fight for the board or clear the board, and like Zoo for example doesn't have AoE clear, so once you get board control or a head on board, the opponent can't deal with the board, so that's how you win most of the games. Or when you know your opponent, let's say you play against a Shaman, he used both Lightning Storms, and then you you drew most of your deck, and then you know you can spam a lot of spells with, in combination with Wild Teacher, and the Shaman can't deal with it because he's out of AoE spells. That's how you use Wild Teacher a lot of the times, and it's like a big win condition in this deck. Double Shield Drake, just crazy synergy with Miracle Rogue. The Auctioneer is pretty standard, and the lower tap. So this is like a very board control fight heavy deck, and I really like it. It's very slow against, yeah, it's very bad against Handlock, for example, but Handlock is like an auto-lose matchup anyway, so you don't have to force to take your deck to beat decks you should lose anyway, so you rather focus on the good matchups. And I'm going to show you some games here as well.